Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. How are you, Victoria, over there?
I am just doing absolutely fabulous.
Well, you look fabulous. Where are you located, Victoria? Because I know you said something about the mountains, so tell me where you are.
Well, right now I am in the Smoky Mountains in the Gatlinburg, Tennessee area.
Oh, nice. Are you there just to vacation, or are you there?
Well, I'm a digital nomad. So
Okay.
Everything I do is location independent, and I just take off and go. You never know. My friends don't ask me how am I. They ask what you ask. Where are you?
Where are you?
I'll be on the beach in about 72 hours. I just get up and see y'all.
That's a good thing. That's really a good way to live, I believe. And actually, where I am right now is I'm at a McDonald's. Nice background. Some nice people here that's been running around helping me. Some students, they gave me their binders and things so I could prop my computer up. So I'm very grateful to you all too over there. Thank you. But we had a whole power outage, Victoria, in our neighborhood. And right before we went live, my son was like, Mom, the power is on. Even if it takes you a few minutes to get back, it'll be a clear experience. I said, I'm not moving not from this location after it took me forever to get here. So I'm so happy to be here, kind of like a digital nomad. I'm wherever, you never know where you'll find me at the Kim Jacobs Show.
You got to make it work, right?
That's right. And I'm so excited. I don't know. This is a whole side conversation, Victoria, for a moment. I know many of you are coming into the virtual studio audience. Go ahead and type where you're visiting in from. Let us know your name. Just put some type of comment and I'll be happy to pop it on the screen throughout today's discussion. Now, Victoria, she's going to be talking to us about being magnificent in life. How do you manifest magnificence in your life? And so she's going to be talking to us about that today. But I wanted to ask, and I didn't ask you this backstage, have you watched the This Is Us episodes at all or no?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Every single one of them.
Last night I watched This Is Us, and they're in the final chapter.
Okay, I didn't see last night. I didn't see. Okay, I think I saw the last one right before I left.
Oh, Victoria!
We're not doing a spoiler, but was the last scene Kevin? Yes or no? Oh
gosh, no. You have.
I am behind one because I did take off. And so I'm behind one. So,
okay. Oh man, that totally defeats the purpose of this discussion that I was going to say. So I will not spoil it because I have children that are serious. They will plug their ears with those little foam things and everything when it comes to Marvel movies. You can they won't even look at the internet. They will not look at DM, Instagram, nothing, because they know somebody's going to spoil the Marvel movie. I think we just saw Doctor Strange or something. They are like, Mom, please do not cut that on. Somebody's going to spoil it. How's somebody going to spoil it on my device, right? But that happens, and they're serious. So for you, in honor of you, Victoria, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But what I will say is that watching Rebecca's life, right? And because this is just a part of the series, her being a mom of triplets and then going on throughout, her whole life was about her children and focusing on helping them become their best selves, right?
Yeah.
She poured everything into them. So I just, last night, I was just I'll leave it at that. It just made me reflect back on my own life. And at the end of the day, you do everything you can do to be the very best person you can be. And you know whether you're being the best person you can be or whether you're not, right? We all know that. It's not, you're not in denial when you're at home by yourself alone with nobody watching but you and God, right? So
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
know that I've been doing everything I can to be the best that I can be in this thing called life. But at the end of the day, there are still things that happen that I never expected to happen on this journey. Has that been the case for you too?
Oh, absolutely. For me, life is I'm getting an echo. Are you hearing that?
I don't hear one, but sometimes if there's an echo, if you do have like any kind of, do you have any other devices on or anything?
I do not.
Okay.
So that's why it
Uh,
was odd. But as far as life goes, it is always full of twists and turns and steps and forward steps, right? That's just a part of life. But it's not so much what happens to us, and I know this sounds cliche, but at the end of the day, it's true. It's how we respond to what happens to us. That's what really makes the difference, because we're all going to go through something. And
that's right.
if you're living a life where you've never gone through anything, where you've never been sad, then you're either in denial or you really need to seek medical help.
That's right.
We
That's
all
right.
go through something, right?
And my something may not be more significant than your something, and it's really not even to be compared because it is what it is. It's just that my experiences are mine and yours are yours, and we all have to make the necessary adjustments in life. Anyway, so I just can't wait for you to check out that episode of This Is Us for the last two, because I think you've missed two at this point, and you'll be in the same mode that I'm in right now, which is a moment of self-reflection and trying to just determine how life, at the end of the day, we all transition from this earth. And when we transition, I want to hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant, that I've been faithful over the things that were here on this earth. And now here, come on, enter in and do the better works of the Lord here. So anyway, this is not what we're talking about today, everybody. We're talking about being magnificent with Victoria. So let me go ahead and introduce this wonderful woman that we have on the show today, Victoria Finch, MHT, the heart healer is what she is. See, that's probably why I'm revealing so much of my heart to you right there. The heart healer. She's an award-winning global speaker, author, certified life coach, and parallel entrepreneur. Victoria feels that being a mother of 3 productive children is her greatest accomplishment. Victoria teaches heart-centered professionals how to make more money. This is important, and how to manage their lives with more confidence, joy, and fulfillment at work and at home. She has a story to tell, and I'm going to let her share her story with you. But she's the founder of Soul Sister Success Circle and a global sisterhood of dynamic women on a mission to empower heart-centered professional women who are struggling to show up authentically. I am so excited to have this real estate broker that has her license. She's the owner of Avalon Virtual Assistants, LLC, and Business Funding Elite, LLC, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Welcome, Victoria Finch.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for that.
So as we prepare for today's discussion, I see you music by Phil over here. Phil is actually, he's a man that's been blind. He's been living with blindness for about 16 years. Him and his wife are also blind, but he's musically inclined and he's full of vision,
Love it.
Experience is one of the best teachers, he says. Good morning to everyone. And
Good
someone is watching, Lindley is watching from the Philippines. So glad to have you here today, Lindley, and thank you for being in the studio audience. Now, if you're going to walk in the background, you got to turn around and do something, because say, hey. All right, this is one of the young ladies here at McDonald's that helped me, and she gave me some of her notebooks and stuff to help me prop my computer up. But today, Lindley, we're glad to have you as well. Good morning, Victoria. Victorious Victoria. I know this is going to be an awesome interview. Victoria, when we come back from this commercial break, do me a favor. Take us back on your journey. Tell us where some things began for you that made you this being where you be. Okay, so talk to us right after this commercial break. Okay, we'll be right back, everybody.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone, we're back and we're talking today with Victoria Finch. Is that echo gone on your end, Victoria?
It is.
Okay,
It's
good,
gone.
good. Okay, so we're talking with Victoria Finch and we're talking about Magnificence. Please make sure you all chime in throughout the discussion. And Victoria, take us back on your journey.
Sure. I was the youngest of 6 children, and I came from a very loving family. We were all very close, and we still are. There's 3 siblings left, and both my parents have gone on to the other side now.
Mhm.
But as the youngest of 6 children, I never felt heard. I never felt heard. I never felt wanted. I never felt appreciated. I just didn't, because I felt like I was forced on my siblings very often. It's like,
Wow.
y'all can't go in there. You got to take the baby with you, right? And
Well,
you got to
that's
do this. And
interesting.
you got to do that, right? Because that's just how it was. You just had to take care of the baby. Being born, we had a small home. I did not have a crib. I didn't have my own room. I didn't have anything. We had a 3-bedroom home. And I didn't grow up poor by any means. We were middle class, but we still 6 kids in a 3-bedroom home, right?
Right.
And I remember when I was about 2 years old, there was an incident that happened where I was in my parents' room, and my parents asked me to leave the room. And so I left the room and I went to my sister's room. They told me to get out. I went into my brother's room. They told me to get out. So imagine, I was just this little baby, this little 2-year-old toddler, barely walking, not knowing what to do or how, just so unloved and unwanted. And the only thing my little 2-year-old brain could think to do was to go sit by my parents' door. That little girl sat by her parents' door for over 50 years. In and out of depression. And how did it show up in my life? In relationships, being in relationships where the men were non-committal because, who would commit to me? Who would want me? Right? I became this really high achiever, but no matter what I achieved, at the end of it, they were just hollow. It was empty. And in fact, I do talk about this in my book. It's a international best-selling book, The Power of Inspiration. I share this story, and I also give some tips on how I came across it. We'll get to that. But and so here I was, in and out of depression, taking antidepressants, just never loving myself. And then, but you wouldn't know it because I had this mask. You would have never known this about me. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Kim.
You had a mask. So you said nobody would have ever known it.
No.
Wow. But yet you were still sitting by your parents' door, going back to your 2-year-old self. Okay, carry on. That's amazing.
Yes. And so what ended up happening, fast forward, I'm sitting on the side of my bed with a bottle of pills, not caring if I woke up the next day. Who would miss me? Again, who would miss me? Who would care if I wasn't here? I couldn't even find joy in my children's laughter. That's kind of where I was. I couldn't even find that joy. And I get ready to take this pill, and what I call the voice of God just said to me, Victoria, this is not what I created you to be. I created you on purpose, for a purpose, and this is not it.
Wait. Okay, so it sounds like you've skipped way ahead. Like, so you were a 2-year-old that sat by your dad and mom's door because that's where you found solace. But then that carried over into your adult years where you ended up having children, because you didn't just have children by yourself. So that means you were in some relationship of some sort and you have children. How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
Okay, but you said you could not hear their voices, right?
So I have 3 children, and at the time, my youngest child had told a joke to his siblings, and I could hear them laughing. But typically, I find a lot of joy in my children's laughter, but I couldn't at that point. Now, this was 2017.
Wow. Okay.
So that 2-year-old brain is still at that door, right? Even as a 50-year-old woman now at this point, well, probably older than 50, 55. But I'm, the woman, physical,
You
is
look
there.
good, by the way. You look good.
That 2-year-old, well, I'm 60 now, so that 2-year-old was still there. And that's what I mean by I couldn't find even in my children's laughter.
Interesting.
So I was married. My ex-husband, it's fine. He's a great dad. Sometimes people, that's one of the things I teach in the book, The Power of Inspiration, is some people who come into your life aren't meant to stay into your life. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Yeah, of course,
It just
right.
means that we grow, right?
Yeah.
So here I am on the side of the bed. God tells me, I call it the voice of God. You call it whatever your higher being, if you have
That's
one in.
right.
I call it that said, this is not what I made you for. I made you on purpose for a purpose, and this is not it.
Right.
And I knew at that time I had to change the way I looked at things. See, I had been hearing things. I had been still kind of looking at Dr. Wayne Dyer, Les Brown, my friend and mentor now. I had started hearing them, and all of a sudden, you know, this is what the Spirit does. It starts bringing those things to you, right? It's like,
Right.
you know, when you fall on your back so you can look up. If you can look
That's
up,
right.
you know, Les Brown. So all this stuff started coming to me, right? And so what ended up happening, I realized I had a heart issue. At that moment, I knew I had a heart issue. And until I got right with my own heart, I couldn't find healing.
Interesting. Okay.
So I went and I sought healing, which is why I became a master hypnotherapist. I ended up coming across this woman who really gave me a lot of help. One of the things she said to me that really stuck with me, and this is a lesson for a lot of us, she said, you were so busy feeling unloved, you missed all of the love that had been all around you.
So I was so busy feeling unloved. Let's say that one more time. I was so busy feeling unloved.
I missed all of the love that was around me, the love of my children, the love of my parents, the love of my friends, the love that was all around me that people were showing me, but I was in this cocoon. And I think a lot of us, when we're feeling alone, depressed, and despondent, we don't see what we're really bringing to people.
That's good. That's really great advice. So everyone that's in the virtual studio audience, and feel free to put your own comments as well. What I'm hearing you say is that no matter what the hustle and bustle is, no matter what phase of life you're in, like I'm right now sitting in a McDonald's, but the love that I actually feel from some of these students that are sitting next to me, even though you can't see them, they gave me their binders. They gave me their school binders, right? For me to be able to prop my computer up in the middle of a crisis. That's love. I don't know these people. I don't know them from anything. So for them to take out of their own time and do that for me is a moment that I don't need to just take for granted or just miss and let it be like, oh, well, they just did it. And it was just, oh, well, I'm entitled to it. That's not how life is. When people take the time to do something nice for you, or you do something nice for other people, relish in that moment, because there's a reason why you all connected. And I believe that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Interesting.
So that's how, after that, I knew that purpose was to help to heal the hearts of others. I became a certified life solution coach. I'm certified in cognitive behavior therapy, and I'm an internationally recognized master hypnotherapist and emotion. So I got all of these certifications.
Yeah, I knew you had something to do with hypnotherapy. That's why I'm over here pouring my soul out to you. That's ridiculous, Victoria, because you have an extra gift that I didn't know you had. So I didn't know that part about you. I'm like, why you let me tell you all my deepest, darkest stuff? It's because you got some hypnotherapy stuff going on over there. What in the world?
I'm hypnotizing. No, you know,
hypnotizing me? What's happening to me?
But you know what? Here's the thing. Because I have stepped into this purpose, people talk to me all the time. Strangers are all, and I hear this all the time. I don't know why I'm telling you all of this. I don't even know you.
That's what this show is. It's a show about how people balance different aspects of your life, which you've had to overcome to become who you are today. And hopefully someone's going to have that missing piece of the puzzle in their lives to be a better outcome for them. So that's why you're doing it.
That's right. And now I share my story internationally. I work with a lot of people. I don't do as much personal coaching anymore. The Magnify Your Magnificence, that's a brand that I have. And I'm also a business strategist. And as a business strategist, I can take an idea. This is what I call my zone of genius. I don't care what it is. If you want to sell toenails, or you're talking about toenails, I can figure out a way for you to monetize that and make a sustainable business out of it.
That's awesome.
Because I've had to do all that along the way. So I do have a Magnify Your Magnificent coaching program that I help coaches, speakers, and entrepreneurs create their first 100,000K coaching program. So that's one side of me, and of course, the speaker side, and then of course the author side. I'm very proud of the Journey of Riches, and this is another thing. This is a book series. The one that I wrote in it's a collaboration, and it's a book series of 28. This was a 28th series in the book, The Power of Inspiration, 12 Stories to Spark Your Soul. That publisher approached me in 2016.
And what is the name of that book again?
It's called The Journey of Riches. The Power
And is that
of
on your website?
Not yet,
Okay,
but it is on Amazon. 12 Stories to Spark Your Soul. Actually, if you just Google,
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
But the thing is that this is important. This happened in 2016. I told him no.
Wow.
Because remember, what I call my major break was in 2017. I felt, who would want to hear anything I had to say? It didn't matter that he had said, Victoria, I've been following you for the last 2 years. I really want you to be part of my book series. See, I couldn't hear the love. I couldn't hear it. And I turned it down. I said, no, can't do it. And I'm sharing this to say to you, when somebody sees brilliance and genius in you, and they see how magnificent you are, listen to them.
I agree with you, because there are so many opportunities we miss because we don't see it in ourselves, but somebody else can see it. And Les Brown often says you can't see yourself when you're in the picture frame. So it takes people around you to be able to say, no, sweetheart, this is not what you need to be focusing on. You need to focus here. This is what the talents and the gifts that I see in you. Maybe you're in a rut right now. Maybe you're stuck. But at the end of the day, we believe in you and we're supporting you. And this is what we see to pull out your greatness. So I agree with everything that you're saying.
Yes, absolutely. And we just really, if you're just in this space where you're feeling unloved, maybe you're depressed, I just want you to do something.
Tell us.
Go make someone smile. Say
Go
hello
make
to
someone
the cashier.
else smile.
Go say hello to the cashier where you buy your coffee at the barista. Go buy somebody, if you're able, put some gas in someone's car. You would be surprised that how by giving, how that opens up your heart to receive.
Yes. And if you all, I'm putting the comments here. Go make someone else smile. Go buy something for someone else. Give to someone else. These are all tips that Victoria Finch is sharing here today on the Kim Jacobs Show. Just do something for someone else. And if you're looking even for an organization to donate to that already does stuff like this, definitely know that you can go to gabesheartfoundation.org. And Gabe's Heart Foundation is in honor of my son that passed away. And we do what we call random acts of kindness called Doing It Gabe's Way. And it's something that we just randomly go out and find people. And every single week, we do some random acts of kindness. Now, not everybody wants to be posted on the internet or anything, but every single week, random acts of kindness are being done just because we want to keep Gabe's heart beating that way. And so know that you can donate to the organization.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So keep going, because you're giving some great words of encouragement and tips. What we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break. And then when we come back, Victoria, we want to hear some more tips from you on bringing out our magnificence. Wow.
Thank you.
No wonder you're over there in the mountains. No, next week you might be over on a different island. Who knows what's going on over there?
Well, I will. I will literally be on the beach on Marco Island in 72 hours.
I was just joking. Okay. Well, please, by all means, toodaloo, have a ball. Okay. As long as you have internet, you're good, right? We'll be right back after this commercial break. We have Silver Shield Security as one of our episode sponsors, and we'd like to give a shout out to them now.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone, we're back and we're talking with Victoria Finch, who's talking to us about magnificence, how to bring out that magnificence in our lives. Okay, so tell us some more tips, Victoria.
Yeah, and it's magnify. The reason why it's magnify your magnificence is because you were beautifully, wonderfully made and formed. You are already magnificent. So how do we make that light of ours shine even brighter? One of the tips that I give in the book is self-forgiveness. See, we've all self-forgiveness, and that's a big piece. We've all done something we may not be proud of. We've all done something that we wish we could take back. But you know what? We cannot reverse time. But we can look at the now and we can embrace ourselves and say, yes, that's who I was. That's what I did. But you know what? I forgive myself.
That's
I
good.
forgive myself. Because where there is self-forgiveness, there is self-love. So once you can get over the hurt that you may have caused, the hurt you may be feeling, and once you can start to forgive yourself, that's the first step in learning to love yourself.
That's good. First step, self-forgiveness. We have all done something that we are not proud of or that we even can't take back. And there may be times that we never even, I know for me, I know people that have hurt me and they've never asked for an apology, but guess what? I forgive them anyway. So I don't have anything that I'm going to my grave with that I'm harboring in my heart towards another person at all. Nothing that prevents me from being able to go on and do what God has created me to do and who he wants me to be on this earth. And that's something that I think all of us have to come to a place in our lives that we get to that point, because it's not just a given.
That's right. You're forgiving others and forgiving yourself, because at the end of the day, it's really for your benefit. It really is. You are the one, it's kind of like, think of this, and I think about this often. Driving down the road, imagine this, we're driving down the road and somebody just cuts you off and speeds out in front of you. Now you're all upset and you may be saying some words that you normally would not say in your vocabulary, but you got some stuff coming out of your mouth, right?
Right.
Someone has cut you off and you're like, whatever, and you're upset and your blood pressure and you may be turning red in the face, and you know what? They've gone about their business.
They're gone. They probably home taking a nap and you're still stressing about it.
A lot of things could have happened. One, they may not even realize they cut you off.
Right.
And two, they're about your business. So when you learn to let stuff go, when you let that stuff go, again, it opens you up to receive.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you for that.
Two things can't occupy the same space. You can't have love and hate. You can't not love yourself and hate yourself. You just can't.
No.
Two
It's
emotions.
either or. It's like you're hot and cold. You're not
it.
in between. You can't be hot and cold at the same time, because then I know, at least in the word that I love, you're lukewarm and you're going to get spewed out. So you have to be pick or choose. Which one are you?
You jump in water, the water moves.
Right.
Get a splash. You just can't.
That's good.
So once we can train our brain to look at the positive, someone cuts me off, they're back in the day, man, there are all kinds of words coming out of my mouth. Right? Now someone cuts me off, I bless them and I let them go, because apparently they've got to get somewhere a lot more than I can. And so we have to start to train our brain to really look at things in a positive way.
That's good.
We are made to look at the negative.
That's unfortunate.
We have a reptilian part of our brain. When our amygdala kicks in, it's just a little pine-shaped part of our brain. That's our survival. We're going to fight or flight, right? And it's a reason, because at one time we had to know if there might be a tiger in the bush. So we had to live that way. And many of us right now are living stressed out, high cortisol levels, and it is because we stay in fight or flight.
Always.
All the time. And one way to do that is to start recognizing and embracing those feelings.
Right.
Listen, if you're angry, be angry. Just don't kick the cat. Don't put a hole in the door. It's not the emotion. There are no bad emotions.
How you react.
What you do with those emotions. And once we can say, I had a client, one of our virtual assistant clients, and she got a little upset with one of our virtual assistants over a little thing. And no one could understand why she had gotten so upset over this little thing. Because at the end of the day, my virtual assistants at Avalon, they are human. It was just a little thing, and actually it wasn't the VA.
Right.
I won't get into all that. But anyway, she misunderstood something. Let's leave it at that. And she just lost it. Lost it. Right? And one, that's just not acceptable. But then I got, in fact, I got to speaking with her. Her father had been sick. She's from Kenya. They had to fly him to Turkey to get good help. She's having to move. Her daughter, she's got a grandbaby. She had all this stuff piling on top of her. And so it was this little thing that she actually exploded on, right?
Right.
And literally, I just sat there. I was on mute, and I just let her talk.
Right.
And she kept holding back tears the whole time. And I'm like, let those tears out. Again, let those tears out, because that amygdala is going to keep you trapped there until you say, yes, I see that tiger in the bush. Yes, I'm upset. Yes, I'm frustrated. Yes, I'm angry. And you start to acknowledge those feelings, because what you resist will persist.
I agree. I agree with you. Even sometimes when you have the right intentions, if it doesn't come across that way to the other person on the receiving end, it doesn't matter what our intentions are. I was actually at Chick-fil-A. I know I'm at McDonald's right now, but I was at Chick-fil-A earlier, right? And I had my family in the car. I called you and told you some stuff that was going on. And in the parking lot, there was a young lady that was trying to squeeze into this tight spot between me and another car. And I was thinking, this is just not going to work. So I was going to roll the window down to attempt to get ready to say to her, I'll back out, so that way you have enough space to really come in, because it was a tight spot. But when I did that, guess what happened, Victoria? She wasn't in the mindset at all of even hearing me. So I rolled my window back up, because she was cursing and she was saying stuff. I didn't know what she was saying because the window was rolled up on her end. But I knew that if I continued to persist to say, all I'm trying to do, woman, is tell you, that wouldn't have ended well, because that's not on the receiving end what was being perceived. She was thinking that maybe I was trying to block. I don't know what she was thinking, but I know what I was going to do, but it wasn't going to be received that way. So we need to also be mindful that just because we're in a certain mindset does not mean that the person on the receiving end is even in that mindset to receive what we're sharing.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And often people will come, well, I'm just trying to help. Some people don't want you to help them. They want you to listen to them. We don't have to fix every problem that comes our way.
That's good.
And I think, especially if you happen to be a caregiver, and y'all can send me a box, whatever, but we as women tend to be more of the caretaker type, and we want to fix things. We want to fix men. We want to fix our children. We want to fix our employer. And sometimes we just got to sit back and not fix it, but listen. My son, when he used to come home from school, I used to always say, before I learned better, I'd say, what's wrong with you? Really, what's wrong with you? What happened today? Dude, it was like the Inquisition, because if he had something wrong, Mama was going to try to figure it out. And I just hit a wall. I kept hitting a wall. So finally, I learned to say, it seems like today wasn't the best day for you. When you want to talk about it, Mama's here. Do you see the difference there? So when we can learn, when people come to me now, the first thing I say to them, would you like my advice, or do you just want to vent?
Oh, that's good. Okay. So not having to always try to be the fixer of everything, but do you want my advice? Is it okay? And when you walk by, you got to at least do, hey, everybody. Okay. He's a hey, everybody. There's a whole group of students sitting here, so they got to go and get some food for real and go to the bathroom and stuff. So they're like, oh gosh, I can see him over there fidgeting, like, do we get up? Do we not get up? I'm like, y'all can go.
Oh, bless their heart.
Thank you all. But they're being most gracious to help me. But yeah, so we don't have to fix everything. All we need to do is just say, do you even care about what I'm about to say, or no, I don't want to hear it. When my son passed away at 12 years old, I there was nothing that anybody could say to me really that made a difference. Really.
Yes.
There was nothing. And even though I already had faith, I have faith. I believe in Jesus Christ. I love the Lord and all of that. But when your child passed away and he been walking around on this earth for 12 years, he's 5'10", a giant, that can shake the foundation of who you are. And there are times that I just wanted people to listen to me. I don't even know who came to the funeral. There were over 1,000 people that came to his homegoing service, and over 100 young people accepted Christ as their personal savior. But the only way that I'll know,
Girl, don't make me cry today. You're gonna mess up my mascara.
but the only way that I'll know who really attended, and I know all of his teachers, his doctors, all of them all came, and a lot of students came, and they were like, "Oh, Gabe was my best friend. He was my best friend." And he had hundreds of best friends because he made everybody feel that way. But at the end of the day, I really don't even know who was there because I wasn't even in that mindset. I don't know. But
So sorry to hear that.
so in those instances, when you have someone that has lost a loved one, guess what? You don't have to be the one that say all the answers. Just be there to hear them, be there for them to vent, and just let them know you're praying for them, because you may not have the solution that they're looking for at that time.
That's right. And I think being a good listener is really important to so many of us. And I'm so sorry to hear about Gabe. But it sounds like his legacy is living on.
Easily, yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I do random acts of kindness.
That kindness. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah.
Do it Gabe's way is what we call it.
Gabe's way. I can't
Do it
imagine. I'm
Gabe's
gonna-
way.
Oh, wonderful. I do have a couple of my virtual assistants that are here.
Let's give some
Lynn,
shout outs to everybody. Let's see
I'm
who's
going to
here.
shout out to Lynn, who's here. Music
Let's see.
salesman.
Lynn Lee. Lynn is in. Oh, she's crying because of me. I'm sorry, Lynn. But Lynn is in the Philippines, and she's one of the virtual assistants for Avalon.
And we have Angelica that's here as
And-
well.
Angelica,
watching
she said, "I'm loving this, watching from the Philippines." Angelica, glad to have you on. And what I will do, everyone that's on the virtual assistant team, I'll put the link here in case any of you all want to pop on the screen. All you have to do is copy and paste that link into your browser. It'll bring you right into the broadcast. Okay.
Oh, there
Let's see
you
who
go.
else we have.
Sarah said hi. Hello, Sarah. Sarah's always supporting me.
Hi,
My
Sarah.
good
How are
friend.
you today? Okay. And I
Go
see
ahead.
that Bernice. Bernice says, I don't know if she's a part of your team.
She's not, but hi, Bernice.
Hi, Bernice. She didn't have the capacity at that time. Right.
Yeah.
She's talking about one of your comments that you had shared.
Yes.
Let's see. Very inspiring is what Chriselle says. Very inspiring. And I'm watching from the Philippines. She's watching from the Philippines, Chriselle. Thank you so much for tuning in and for being a part of the Kim Jacobs Show today. Let's see. Everyone is not our assignment, Bernice says.
That is true.
Okay, so now when we come back, I'm trying to make sure I find this image of the actual book, but because I'm on this internet over here, I'm not grabbing it. So tell me what the exact title is one more time, because I want to pull it up on
It's
Amazon.
The Journey of Riches,
The Journey
of
of
Riches,
Riches,
The Power of Inspiration.
The Power of Inspiration, because I can at least pull it up on the
12 Stories to Spark Your Soul is a subtitle.
12 stories to spark
Your soul.
your soul. Okay, I love that. Oh, I see this. Yes. Okay. And it's on paperback. On
Yeah, and
Amazon.
I'm really proud of this. I think the reason why I'm so proud of this book is because I was ready.
I'm going to
and it
show it
wasn't
right
gonna-
now.
Yeah, no, it is an international bestseller on 5 continents. And last I checked, we were in 13 or 14 different countries as a best-selling book.
Okay, let's see. Let me go back. This is the preface, but I want to go here. Give me 1 second. I want to pull that up for you. Well, my stuff, it has, where I can read it for free and all of that, but I'm going to show you all the screens so that you'll see right here. There we go. This is what this is the cover, right?
Yeah, it is the cover of the book, yes.
There you go. It's the power of inspiration. It's a journey of riches.
Mhm.
And I love this. They have the preface and gives you even some details if you're looking for it as a sample on Kindle as well. You can get it on Kindle for $4.99. You can also get it on paperback as well for $15.50. And it's a journey of riches, the power of inspiration. And Victoria Finch is one of the 12 stories that are there to spark your soul. You don't want to miss the opportunity. I'm going to get my copy literally right now. So, do you want people to get it right on Amazon, or do you want?
Sure. Yes, yes. And the reason for that is because a portion of all of the book goes to help farmers in Bali.
It helps where? Who?
Farmers in Bali in Indonesia.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. So you
Yeah.
make sure you get a copy of this book, A Journey of Riches, The Power of Inspiration. And what was it like working with 12, total of 12 of you all and it's a very diverse group of individuals here. So what was it like working with everyone
Well,
to be a
John
part of this?
Fender, he's the gentleman that's beside me. He actually puts it all. He puts these books together. And again, this is the 27th book in the series. The Journey of Riches is a series. This is, and he puts it together, and it's really very simple process. We submit our stories. They get them edited and published for us. And really, with the authors, the interaction with the authors is just meeting some other really great people. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I got to really meet and have a conversation with, and we're all over the place, right?
Yeah.
As far as the world is concerned. And some of the authors that I got to meet and really get to know, Tracy, I really got to meet her. Now, this is virtual, of course, on Facebook. It's a wonderful thing when we're able to talk. Like, I'm in the mountains and you're someplace else, and we've got people in the Philippines and all over the world. It's just beautiful how we can all come together, even if it's virtual.
That's really good.
It was wonderful. So our interaction was really more getting to know one another.
That's good. I'm really inspired by you specifically talking about magnifying your magnificence. And like you say, when you have a magnifying glass, you're just putting something on top of what's already there so it can be more illuminated for it to be even better. And so magnifying your magnificent, how do you do that at this phase of your life? Because I know you have your virtual assistants. I know you travel a lot, so you're everywhere. But what other things that you do to keep that kind of balance in your life? When we come back from this commercial break, okay? Talk to us. We'll be right back, everyone, right after this break.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter and Everett, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
All right, everyone, we're here talking with Victoria Finch for those that are just tuning in, and we're talking about magnifying your magnificence. She's the author of a new anthology that's available right now. It's international best-selling. The journey, and I want to go back to it. It's The Journey of Riches, The Power of Inspiration, 12 stories to spark your soul. And Victoria Finch does some specific things to magnify her own magnificence. Tell us what they are.
Well, one of the things I started working when I was 15 years old. Some people probably earlier than that, 16. And I have worked really hard for a lot of years. And I always had to live my life around work. You take vacation based on your vacation days, and everything was around work. One of the things, I'm finally at a point in life to where my work is around my life.
Oh, that's good. So her work is around her life.
That's right. If I don't want to go to an appointment, I tell Lynn, don't schedule me on Tuesday. It's like, I'm in the, like even now, I'm in the mountains. Look, I'm going to be out of touch for the next hour or two. So just being able to bring people in my life that really care, that really understand the mission that I'm on. that is one way I magnify my magnificence. Just making sure I have the right people in my life.
Good.
And not only that, and you too, whether it's a coach, a friend, you got to have the right people in your life. It's like Jim Rohn, I believe, who said, if you're around 5 broke people, you're the 6th broke person. You just want to make sure you have good people around you, good people that are, because I do believe together we rise, people who are going to uplift you and not put you down. I'm very protective of my peace.
Very protective of your peace. That's good. These are
Yes.
some great nuggets, everybody. Make sure you're applying them. Make sure you do your work around your life, not just around having to only clock in, unless you have to. If you have to do that, then do what you have to do until you get to the Victoria phase of life. And then also making sure that you care about your own mental peace and surround yourself with other people that can help pull you up, not tear you down. And so that's really important. Great advice, great tips, great.
And then this is something that's really important. Well, two other tips. I have to put these out here.
Yes, come on.
Live in a state of constant gratitude. And I always cry on this part because I'm so grateful for life. I am so grateful for the people that are in my life. And when you can wake up in the morning and be grateful that you can flip a switch and your lights come on, that you can put your feet on the ground when others are not so lucky, that you can have friends who love you and people around you, that you are able to drink out of a cup. So my dad had a trach. I mean, there are so many things you can find to be grateful for. And every day I look for things. If something, even if I'm having a day that's not so great, I go straight into gratitude. I don't care if it's a bird outside the window or the trees giving me oxygen. Living in that state of constant gratitude is one of the ways that I magnify my magnificence.
I know I'm muted because I have them over on the side, but because I'm here, just so everybody knows, I'm at McDonald's, so I'm in a public place. And the gratitude that Victoria is talking about, I was in a situation today. That's what literally the lights in my entire neighborhood were out, and I didn't want to cancel the show here. Somebody's taking time from their schedule to be a part of the broadcast. Wanted to make it happen, so I found a McDonald's thanks to Victoria and was able to set up. And some young people here beside me are kind enough to help me have books and binders and different things that they gave me to help me prop myself up. I don't take that for granted. And I do want to, before I would close out today, and I'm still going to hear more from you right quick too, Victoria, I just want to, on behalf of Gabe's Heart Foundation, which again, this is what we do, okay? Gabe's Heart Foundation, money that gets donated to us, we find random people to do random acts of kindness that we call doing it Gabe's way. And so today I am going to, they don't know this, but I am going to do it Gabe's way. And I'm going to give to these young people that's sitting over here in this corner. Y'all turn around for a second. Thank you all so much for helping me. Y'all don't know me from nothing, right? They don't know me at all. I have their school binders and everything right here, holding this computer up, thanks to these young people who randomly helped a sister out. And so on behalf of Gabe's Heart Foundation, each of you with your free binder that you didn't know was going to help me at this level, I'm going to give you, on behalf of Gabe's Heart Foundation, $20 each. And that's from my son's organization called Doing It Gabe's. And I don't even know your names, just random acts of kindness. Thank you. Thank you. So on behalf of Gabe's Heart Foundation, I was able to give them a blessing for them blessing me. And I don't take it for granted. All right. And thank you, McDonald's, for letting me set up and do a whole show. I was towed down trying to think of how to make this work, but it worked. So, all right. So Victoria, any closing comments or thoughts?
Yeah, I did have two, and I forgot the other one.
I know I'm over doing the most, please. But I still had a great experience of magnifying Magnificence.
Oh, I know what. Yeah, I know the other one is. You know, we got to learn to live in the now. Stop hanging on to that familiar past. Stop being afraid of that unknown future. Live today. The only thing you have is this moment. What can you do in this moment to magnify your magnificence? What can you do in this moment to feel better, to give, to do? And don't let these moments pass, because you never know if you're going to get another one.
What can you do in this moment? And anybody, answer that question in the comment section. Use this as an opportunity for you to put something out in the atmosphere about what it is that you can do in this moment today, not tomorrow, not the end of the day, but today. What can you do in this moment to magnify your magnificence? Make sure you all answer that question. And also, I want you all to tune in this evening. We have, and it's all over my Facebook page. It's on Les Brown's Facebook page, International Motivational Speaker. This evening, George Floyd, everybody in the world knows about the George Floyd story and how his family at this point, they're trying to keep his legacy alive. And there's a big empowerment weekend that's coming up that just is enlightening and positive enlightenment with golf and other fun and lighthearted things. Tonight at 8:00 p.m. on Les Brown's Facebook page, you will be able to see an interview with myself, Dr. Lotus Richey, and Les Brown will be talking with some of the George Floyd family, as well as some of his executors that will be talking about this upcoming weekend of enlightenment, May 25th through the 27th. So I hope that you'll tune in for that as well this evening at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on Les Brown's platform.
I have something too that Les is going to be doing. May I?
Please, yes.
Yeah. A couple of things.
And how can people stay connected with you, Victoria? Please, I'm going to put just ask Victoria.
A couple of things. One, if you're looking for virtual assistance, if you're a coach, speaker, entrepreneur, and you're looking for a little bit of help and you're tired of the overwhelm and not getting things done, you can go to Avalon. Well, just ask Victoria.com and click on hire a virtual assistant. You're right, Kim. That's easy.
Okay. I'm like, oh, I better change that. Everything. The reason I'm saying this specifically, just ask Victoria.com, is because her site is extremely professional. And I will show that to you so you'll know exactly what you're seeing. Let me pull that up. When you go there, you're going to have a pristine experience. So let me pull that in for you all to see. Let me see. Right here for you all to see. There you go. Victoria Finch, helping heart center entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, and then you can go right to their virtual assistants. Hire a virtual assistant is right there at the top. So make sure you visit her page. It is a delightful page to take a tour of. You'll hear some testimonials as well. And you'll also get a chance to learn how to get some one-on-one coaching and schedule your own breakthrough session with her. All right. Okay, go ahead. What else are you talking about?
The Magnify Your Magnificence Growth Conference. Magnify, and that website is activateyourmagnificence.com.
Activate your
magnificence.com.
Sense.com. Perfect.
Yes.
Activate your magnificence.com.
That will be held, and if you could pull that up too, that would be great. But that's going to be held on June 11th. And Kim, our very own Les Brown, is going to keynote that. And we also have some wonderful we have John Lee that's going to be a speaker. He has been on stage with presidents of the United States, 6 million followers on social media. We have Dr. Forbes Riley, TV personality, Queen of Pitch. We have a race car driver who literally lived in a storage facility all through high school, and now he's an international speaker. Linda Clemens, body expert. So we have Marcus Black, Rex Sykes, actor, producer. We have so many great speakers that's going to be there, and it's free. That's the wonderful thing about it. It is a free event. Now, we do have a VIP package if you're interested in it, but you can register for free. I would say register because it's going to actually be on Roku, so you can watch it on Apple TV, you can watch it on Prime, you can watch it on those, but you'll need to register so we can send you the right app if you do want to watch it on television. we're just really excited that these great speakers are coming forward and they are actually wanting to give and pour in. And, you know, love Les. Les is a very, very busy man. And, you know, we don't know how much longer Les is going to want to be doing all this. So you really.
No, I can tell you, just so we all are on the same page, that he's been dealing with some things regarding his health. And he's definitely wants people to know that he is committed to doing some of the different events that's on the books, but he's also looking to just have some time where he gets a chance to spend more time with his children and his grandchildren, and also do more virtual type of things. So he's, you know, some great things still in store for Les. He is definitely rocking and rolling and going to kick anything that somebody is trying to say to him in the head when it comes to physical limitations. So we're just going to always speak positivity pertaining to him and in his destiny and his life's purpose of bringing out the greatness in every single person.
And that's it. We love Les, and I do know that he's wanting to spend more time, so he's going to be a lot more selective on these events. And that's what I mean. You want to get Les where you can, because I know he's wanting to spend more time with his family, and just be Les. He's a hard worker. We love him.
Well, Victoria, you have been a blessing beyond a blessing, teaching us how to magnify our magnificence. If you have not already visited justaskvictoria.com, make sure you take a moment to do that. If any of you are interested in starting your own show from scratch, make sure you visit kimjacobsconsulting.com and just say that you watch this broadcast, and I'll give you 25% off and teach you how to start your show and own your own show content from scratch. Okay. And then the final thing I'll let you know is people often ask, well, Kim, how do you all keep this program thriving Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time? The only way we can do that is if we have online supporters like yourself, and we do have people that contribute to our program. So I want to thank definitely those that do take the time to do Cash App or PayPal or anything to support the program. And so thank you all for being a part of today's broadcast. And thank you in the cameras back here, all of you. Wave. Okay. Hey, they've been a whole part of the broadcast today. I've been calling them in and everything. Tomorrow, I want you all to tune in, because we're going to be talking about how to survive financially in a rigged system. Kathy Jackson Gent, who is the founder of Global Investment Company, will be right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. You don't want to miss that episode. And Friday, we're going to be having some time with friends and food and conversation. So I was going to be in a different environment anyway on Friday. So we kind of got a precursor to that. I don't know what environment I'll be in, but I'll be having some food, friends, and conversation on this upcoming Friday. Okay. Victoria, any closing comment?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me on the show, and I've so enjoyed you. For those, I have to say this. I always say Kim can do no wrong. Literally, her lights are out in the whole neighborhood, and she made this happen anyway. And she's got kids and a family and a life, and she just made it happen. And so I'm so grateful to you.
I'm so grateful for your patience and your kindness and your magnificence. Thank you. All right. So I saw all of your comments coming in. Gabe's spirit lives on. You have an angel on your shoulders. I believe that. Yes, activate your magnificence. Lynn Lee put that in. She's a great virtual assistant over there in the Philippines, making it happen. Jika, I don't know who that is, but I see the profile picture got a back out. Okay, great show today. Thank you so much, Kimberly Fallis, and thank you for always supporting the Kim Jacobs Show. My mom said, wow, doing it Gabe's way is my grandson. Thank you so much, Mom. Oh. I see you, Chriselle, and that's so kind of you. And she's talking about your comments. Okay, Gabe's way, yes, and all of the different comments that are coming in. I saw Kenise on here too. Kenise is the author of This Is How I Fight My Battles, and she put an anthology together where I'm a part of that. And you're talking about fighting battles on a spiritual level. This woman does a nightly testimonial type of service where she's glorifying God musically, and then she's also inspiring people to be everything that God created us to be. So thank you for tuning in, Kenise. And somebody said they're watching from Indiana. I want to be like these ladies when I grow up, Sarah. We want to be like you. Okay, very inspiring show, watching from the Philippines. All right, lots of comments came in. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. And thank you for staying with us for a few extra minutes, since we started a few extra minutes later today, since I was trying to find somewhere to be. Victoria, you know how you get off of a show and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't say this. What is that thing you want to say real quick as we close out?
You know, I say this, you don't know, but I say this in every show. I don't have to know you to love you, but this is what I want to say to you. I see you. You are enough. Don't let anyone tell you anything differently.
Wow. There's nothing else to say. Have a great day. See you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Stay backstage, Victoria. Don't go to the beach yet to talk to you for 2 minutes, okay? Good gracious almighty, woman. Hold on. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of the Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show.